What happened to Anne Boleyn in her final days is far darker than you might imagine. 3 years. That's all the time it took for England's most powerful queen to go from crowned and celebrated to condemned and imprisoned. May 1536. The charges were staggering: adultery, incest, treason. By the end of that month, she'd be dead. The Tower of London. Once, Anne had stayed here in luxury before her coronation, a grand tradition for new queens. Now she was locked inside as a prisoner. The trial that followed was a farce. The evidence? Coerced confessions, vicious gossip, nothing solid, nothing real. Her own uncle, the Duke of Norfolk, watched over the proceedings. Family turned against her. The verdict was never in doubt: guilty. The sentence was brutal: burning or beheading, at the king's pleasure. Henry VIII had loved her once. Now he would execute her. But he added one final, terrifying detail. He refused the traditional executioner's axe. Too messy, too uncertain. Often it took multiple swings, a gruesome, prolonged nightmare. So Henry did something different. Something that would have seemed like mercy if it wasn't so chilling. He ordered a specialist from France, a master swordsman. One stroke, clean, quick, precise. But Anne didn't know when he'd arrive. Days passed in the tower, days of waiting, days knowing a stranger was traveling to England to end her life. Morning came on May 19, 1536. Anne was led to a private scaffold inside the tower walls. No crowds, no public spectacle. She kept her composure. Every movement controlled, every word measured. She didn't confess. She didn't beg. Instead, she asked for prayers for the king. Then she knelt. The French swordsman stepped forward. One stroke. It was over. The story of Anne Boleyn's final days isn't just about an execution. It's about power, betrayal, the brutal machinery of a king's court. A woman who changed the course of English history, brought down in the time it takes for a single blade to fall. Her death sent shockwaves across Europe and changed England forever. And it all happened 5 centuries ago, yet somehow it still haunts us today.